When it comes to mountains, I know a couple of things. My whole life, I've lived in places with mountains, and I lived there so long that I could tell you exactly where a photo was taken based on the mountains behind it. I'm kind of big on mountains. The key to drawing them is to be fluid while also jagged. You see, while drawing the lines that you see me doing right now, my hand was limp so that any little shake, any little movement would be captured by the canvas. Those tiny accidental zigzag lines make the mountain range a million times more realistic than I'd ever be able to achieve by purposely mimicking the pattern. From that point, you have to decide where the light source is coming from, because that's going to tell you what side of the mountains are going to be darker and which are going to be lighter. You should expect to use about 5 different shades of whatever color you want your mountains to be. There's a lot of angle variance in a mountain, and the colors will reflect that. The more jagged the mountain, the more colors. The smoother the mountain, the less color variance. The mountains are the focus of this video, so they're front and center. And depending on the scene you want to make, they can take up most, all, or little of the canvas. And depending on the scene you want to make, the surroundings will be different as well. For this video, I wanted to add a lake. Make the whole scene feel really outdoors and away from everything. For the lake, I just mixed together a bunch of blues until I thought it looked okay. Water is not my strong suit. However, the things that I realized when doing this lake, and you absolutely do not have to follow this advice if you do not like the way I did the lake, is starting with dark blue. That's like the key. It seemed to help make the brighter blues I used less overpowering. Instead of having water that was too bright, starting with a really dark shape and building from that point kind of kept me in check. After finishing the mountains and the lake, all that was left to do was add some detail. The mountains back home have trees. Pretty much all mountains do. Unless the mountains you're drawing are super tall, you'll have trees all the way up and down. I just used dots in 3 different colors to indicate trees. Then you just place them all over your mountains, and you can call it a day. As for the lake, I needed something to make the edge of the water less stark. Stones could have worked, lessening the opacity towards the edge and blending it out might have worked as well. But in this case, I chose to go with some cattails. They just kind of scream lake to me, and I'm the artist, so I can. The darker green transitioned the grass into that dark blue much more naturally, and I like how it turned out. So that's my process for drawing a mountain scenery. I hope that you got something out of this video. So I guess go forth and draw mountains. Or just keep watching videos, I'm not the boss. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.